Okay, here we go. We're back at it. You can ask me anything. This is Ask a $10,000 a month copywriter anything. All your questions that you have about getting started as a freelance copywriter, I'm going to answer them. I'm going to answer as many as I can. We're going to do like a 30-minute session right now and just rip out as many answers as I can give you. All your questions about freelance copywriting, making 10K a month as a freelance copywriter, ask away. Put them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer as many as I can. My name is Brandon Story, and for the past 6 years, I've been making six figures per year as a freelance copywriter, primarily through email copywriting. So, any questions you have about getting started, writing copy, landing your first client, going from one client to two, some of the top questions last time were like, how do you land your first client as a beginner? How do you do cold outreach in 2025? What's the best strategy? How do you pick your niche? How do you figure that out? How do you package and price your how do you price your services as a copywriter? How do you get into email marketing? How much stuff do you need to learn before you land clients? How do you build a copywriting portfolio when you have no experience? What about using AI in copywriting? What are some do's and don'ts? What about time management and productivity tips? Should you build a personal brand or should you just focus on outreach? What are even like overcoming your fears as a copywriter? Some of the questions we got over the past week or so have been just like overcoming fears with like getting started and writing copy, and how do you know if you're doing the right thing and landing clients? Whatever your questions are, this is the time. Ask away. I'm going to answer as many as I can in like 30 minutes. I'm going to rapid fire because every time we've done this, I haven't answered all the questions. So I'll try my best to keep going here. First question coming from Gunman. IG or X for clients? This depends on your niche, but overall, if you're just like, should I go with X or should I go with Instagram? Or should I go on LinkedIn? Or should I go on what social platform to land clients? I'm telling you right now, by far, the easiest place to start, and what I'd recommend for most people, Instagram. Instagram is still the most dominant platform online for social media for business. In general, there are 2 billion people on the platform. It's Meta, okay? Mark Zuckerberg doesn't mess around. He knows how to make money, okay? And he knows how to make you money if you use Instagram the right way. There are 2 billion people on the platform. It is still the easiest platform to showcase your proof with your social media profile, to DM people. Like it's the best. It's the best place to start. And what I'll say about going after people on Instagram versus Twitter as a freelance copywriter when you're going to go outreach, people on Twitter, on X, their business savviness and marketing savviness and copywriting savviness, they are more sophisticated market. What that means is if you're going to go pitch people on X overall, what I've found is that you need to try hard. You need to showcase your expertise a bit more because those guys typically know a little bit more about marketing and business overall than the people on Instagram. So when you come in and you don't want to look like a beginner, it's a little bit harder on Twitter. This is what I've noticed. Versus something like Instagram, where there's 4 times as many people on Instagram than X right now. The people who are like business owners on Instagram, when you go outreach to them, they aren't as marketing savvy. They aren't as copy savvy. So when you go on and you show even a little bit of like expertise and giving them some tips and write them a free piece of copy and outreach, you look like the expert a lot easier, if that makes sense. So if you're not sure where to outreach first, pick Instagram. And don't just listen to me. Alex Hormozi just literally did a ranking a few months ago of every single social media platform where he gets the most business from, literally like the most dollars. And the top 2 platforms that he recommended, number 1, Instagram. Still, it's over Twitter, over LinkedIn. He said YouTube number 2, but he says he gets the most amount of money from Instagram still, and he still recommends this the most. So go outreach on Instagram if you're not sure. Second question, Karen. How did you land your first client? Could you tell more about the process strategies you followed? Yeah, 100%. I landed my first client on Fiverr.com. This was a $15 blog post that I got paid for. This was a one-time project. I put my samples of my blog post copy out there onto Fiverr.com, threw it up there, said, I'll write you a personal finance article for $15. I'll write you a marketing blog post for 15 bucks. I'll write you a travel blog post for 15 bucks. I put 3 gigs up there, kind of like an e-commerce platform, and nothing happened. But then the moment I put up some samples of my work, boom, I got a client within like 2 or 3 days, I think was. Obviously, this is like peanuts. I made $15, but this was like, it was the best money I've ever made online. I made quite a bit of money online. I made over $630,000 in profit. That first client, that first internet money, that first $15 was the sweetest one. It felt the best. I was screaming, I was jumping around, screaming, running around I was at my parents' house at the time visiting with my wife. I was running around screaming like a maniac. You will never forget the moment you land your first client online. For me, I didn't care if it was $15. But that's what I did. I used Fiverr.com. I wouldn't recommend Fiverr as like the main outreach strategy in 2025. It's a very cheap freelance marketplace. You can still get paid there. And I landed dozens and dozens and dozens of clients on Fiverr in my first year or two as a copywriter. It got the ball rolling for me. It got me some clients. It got me some proof. I wouldn't recommend that as the main strategy today. If you want to set up a Fiverr profile and just throw up like a couple gigs is what they're called, like where you put something out there and business owners come to you and like buy as if it's like e-commerce platform. If you want to spend a day to just set that up and just set it and forget it, be my guest. But I wouldn't hope for big money there. And it's harder nowadays than it was a few years ago. So that was how I landed my first client. After that, I'll just give you a couple more. I've landed clients in every way you can imagine. I've landed freelance copywriting clients in tons of different ways. Over the years, I've landed dozens and dozens of clients. I've tried so many things. I've failed at different things. I've taught over 75 coaching students, 75 copywriters through coaching how to do this. I've taught over 500 students in my copywriting course how to land clients. And after all these years of my own experience and their experiences and what works best in 2025, I can tell you right now, I've done cold email outreach. I've done Fiverr. I've done Upwork. Upwork isn't too bad, actually. I've done landing people in person. I've landed referrals, inbounds, Facebook groups, job boards. I've tried it all. I've done it all. And I'm telling you right now, the best thing that works in 2025 to land your first client, to land your second client, to land all the way to your millionth client, whatever you want, warm social media outreach, high value, low volume. Go outreach to one person per day. Just one person per day is what I'm teaching my students. And they're getting a client within 30 days most of the time as beginners, getting paid, which is faster than me. I got my first client in 6 weeks. I quit my job in 3 months. I got my first $5,000 a month in 7 months. I got my first $9,000 a month in 12 months. Today, you can do this way faster. When you take this approach, go on social media. If you're not sure, start on Instagram. Just put up a profile, go get a blue check mark, go get 50 followers. Don't start with 0 followers. You don't need to post content all day. I'm not talking about building a personal brand. Just get something out there, get some followers on there, get a few posts out there so you don't look like a crazy person. Get a nice headshot of your face. Tell people you write copy and grow businesses. And then go start finding people on Instagram and outreach to them. But don't just cold DM them. Don't just cold pitch them. Don't pitch strangers. Go find your people, follow them, like a post, comment on a post, lead with a compliment, share something valuable, share a personal story, ask a question, then go take that same comment and go in the DMs and strike up a conversation with them. Do not pitch them. Do not say, hey bro, if I could 2 to 3x your revenue, hey, if I could generate you X results in 60 days, hey, do you need email? Do not do any of this stuff. This is crazy that people tell you to do this stuff nowadays. This stuff doesn't work anymore. Might have worked a few years ago, doesn't work anymore. Open the conversation like a human being. You need to build trust in 2025. You need to showcase that you're a real person. Nobody knows who's AI and who's human anymore. So show you're a real person. Warm them up first. Once they reply, you're now out of message request. You try to pitch when you're in message request, good luck landing clients. You want them to reply to you first. This doesn't take long. You send 10 DMs per day, you're going to get about 3 people replying to you. 1, 2, 3 people who will reply to you. Once those people reply, those 1 to 3 every day, then go pitch them. And when you go pitch them, Go lead with value. Go look at their copywriting on their website. Go look at their emails if you're an email copywriter. Go write out a set of tips, audits, boom, 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 boom. And then write them a free sample copy. You don't need a portfolio when you do it this way. You don't need to spam hundreds of cold emails and cold DMs all day long if you do this way. You don't even know how to do sales calls when you do it this way because you land the clients ahead of time in the DMs. This stuff is so simple. Go prove that you can help somebody. Go give them an actual action plan that applies to their specific business, and don't spam cold outreach, and don't do cold email, and don't spray and pray and click automation buttons and sound like everybody else. Go help people for free up front. Make sure it's actually useful advice and actually useful copy that you send them. And you are going to go land clients without any portfolio, without any DM automation tool and all this crazy stuff. This is the best. This is the best strategy. I've not seen a better strategy than this to land freelance copywriting clients and get your first client, get your first $1,000 a month, get your first $5,000 a month and beyond using this method. And once you get a case study, you throw that in too when you start sniper bombing people, which is what this method's called, the sniper bomb system. When you start throwing in a case study there too, landing clients is just like serving up hotcakes. Everybody's getting them. Everybody's buying. It's so easy after that. So just do whatever it takes to get your first client, provide proof, provide trust up front. Okay, some more questions here. What would you suggest when someone's starting out? Just go set up your profile first. Go pay the $10 a month for the blue check mark. Get verified. It builds trust. Go get to 50 followers. This is easy. Go post once per day for a week, and go comment on 50 people's posts a day, and go follow them. You're gonna get 50 followers quickly. Go get a professional headshot done. Make sure you're smiling. Jeez, smile in the picture. Don't look like a creep. If you don't smile, you're gonna look like a scammer. Proven over and over again with website conversion rate optimization. A/B tests over and over and over again show when somebody's not smiling versus when someone's smiling, the smiley person converts more with e-com, with anything, and with you. When you're trying to sell yourself, go put up a professional headshot, make sure it's not blurry, don't just use your phone, like go pay a photographer. Write a bio that you say you help people get more conversions and revenue with copywriting. Post a couple tips as posts below. And then go outreach. Go find your people, warm them up, free value bomb. Gunman says, how do you qualify who to outreach to on Instagram? Great question. Couple tips. Don't outreach to people who don't have money. Please do not outreach to the wrong people. Don't outreach to people who don't have money. Look for signs somebody has money. You can't always figure this out. This isn't always easy unless it's like a Fortune 500 company on the stock market who you can look at their valuation. You ain't gonna know for sure, but there's very good signs you can look for, green flags, when you're approaching somebody to know if they're a good fit. Number one, look at their follower count. Do they have 3,000 to 50,000 followers? Number two, do they actually sell a product or service? Don't go after influencers and creators who do sponsored ads and affiliate marketing. Forget that. They're the middleman. There's not gonna be much of a cut for you, and don't waste your time doing that. Make sure they actually sell a product or service. Okay? Not hard to figure that out. Go to their website. Go look at their bio. After that, is there social proof? Do they have case studies, testimonials, reviews? Look at their story highlight reels. Look at their pin posts. Do they have like lots of testimonials and lots of case studies? And do they have recent case studies and testimonials? Go look at their website. Do they have your type of copy? If you're an email copywriter, do they actually have an email list to sign up for? Ideally, they do. So you don't have to convince them to start email. You just need to convince them to hire you to make it better. Do they have, are they running ads? Go to Google Meta Ad Library or Facebook Ad Library. Go check if they're running ads. If they're running ads right now, Facebook and Instagram, it means they have a marketing budget and they're willing to invest in marketing, which means they're much more likely to invest in you. Go look at LinkedIn. Do they have a team? Go look at their website. Do they have a team in their about section? If they have employees, hint, hint, they probably have enough money to hire people. And hint, hint, they also probably are used to delegating. So it's not going to be a tough sell to make them hand over control of their business and let people do things to grow their business. That's how you qualify people. And like, to be clear, pick one target niche. Just go after one type of person. It makes it way easier to find prospects quickly. What I mean by this is like, don't go all over the place and outreach to everybody. pick just real estate agents, or just real estate agents, or just fitness coaches, or just finance SaaS companies. Just one thing, and then follow all those checklists. Can you talk more about the case study thing? Yeah. So a case study is when you just show a potential client, hey, I found this business owner and they were struggling with their marketing, converting people with email, generating more revenue. So I came in and wrote them all these emails or wrote them whatever copy. Here's a couple samples of what I wrote. After this, that resulted in 20% more revenue in 60 days. It resulted in $10,000 in the last 30 days. It resulted in whatever kind of result you want to share. Here's the screenshots of the results. And now the business owner is super happy. Here's a video testimonial. Business owner, hey, I totally recommend Gunman to write your copy. We were struggling to figure out XYZ, and then he came in, read all these emails, and made us a bunch of money. Go hire this guy. That's a case study. A case study is where you show off, here was this person, this case that we were working on. They were struggling with this. Here's this client. They had this problem with their marketing. I came in, wrote this copy, and now they're making way more money. And here's the proof of it. Them showing off a testimonial backing it up. Go. You want the same help? Do you want me to do the same thing for you? All right, then let's hop on a call. Once you have a case study and 2 case studies and 3 case studies, landing clients is just like this. You just start making lots and lots of money because it's the ultimate form of proof. But until you have that proof, go sniper bomb people. Follow my outreach strategy to get your first client, your second client, to build that case study. Then go out and use that case study to land those $1,000, $5,000 a month clients. Vikram says, when will you do a copy review session live? Maybe next time. Maybe the next if you guys want me to review your copy, this is normally something I only reserve for my one-on-one coaching students. Like reviewing copy, it takes time. But this is something I usually only offer my one-on-one coaching students. Maybe next time though on the live stream, if you guys want this, maybe if you're interested in getting your copy reviewed live, say something in the comments right now, and maybe we'll do this next time. Normally, again, this is what people pay me one-on-one coaching for, is like going through reviews and feedback on copy. If you want that, maybe I'll do this for a special live stream, like in a few days or something, or next week. So if you're interested in that, leave a comment below now and just say if that's something you like. Luke says, hey, do you write copy for social media platforms in terms of length? How do you keep it short and punchy? How do you write copy? Yeah, so if you're talking about social media ghostwriting, yeah, social media is interesting. It's all just about like top of funnel marketing. So with social media versus something like, we'll just say a sales page, a lot of this is like, you need to do a few things right. And don't worry too much about like the length of the copy as worrying about how you're being helpful. You need to be helpful. You need to be engaging. You need to be entertaining with social media. Here's a couple tips for I'm not a social media master. I actually don't do social media ghostwriting for businesses, but I do my own social media. And I've grown my following. I don't have millions of followers, but I have an audience of 12 to 14,000 people across platforms at this point in time. And the thing that I've found works best with social media is you want to try to do 3 things. And so don't worry too much about length. Like you can write long form posts on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, even YouTube. You can write long form scripts for YouTube. You can write long form blog posts, which it's not social media, but it's the same idea. It's content. It's content that's leading people down the funnel. So it's still copywriting, but it's content. But then there's also super short and punchy posts. What I find best is actually don't worry so much about the copy. Worry about what you're actually writing for brands or for your own thing. And that's 3 things that I focused on. 1, just straight up like the sauce. Like just give people the step-by-step. Me being on this live stream right now, I'm literally just giving you every single answer. I'm showing you my entire playbook, stuff that I reserve for one-on-one coaching that people pay me thousands of dollars for my course, all the stuff you learn in my courses, which people pay either $22 for my low ticket course or $350 for my other course. The stuff I'm telling you right now, the content that I'm putting out here on social media right now in this live stream, this is the sauce. This is just the pure value. This is like, just give people the answer they're looking for. Don't try to hide it. Give people your best information, the most valuable, helpful tips to help them get the result they're looking for, whatever the niche is. That's the first type of content. Like, just don't hold back. Give them all the answers. Here's the 5 steps to do XYZ. Here's the 7 tips to achieve blah, blah, blah. That kind of stuff. That's the first type of content you need to create. Second thing you need to create is personal posts. Like, show off that you're a human. And the easiest way to do this is actually to incorporate those value posts with personal experience. Hey, here's how I landed my first client in 45 days. I have a lead magnet literally just on this. I talk about this nonstop. Here's how I built my business up to 6 figures per year with 7 simple steps. Step 1, I started writing and reading copywriting books and had copying sales letters. Step 2, I started to outreach, blah, 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 blah. Like, personal experience to achieve a result. That's a really easy way. Also, like, just posting like your thoughts and insights about life as a human. The third type of content that I find works really well, and I mentioned this already, case studies. Show off proof. Show off authority content that you know what you're talking about. Show off people you've helped. Show off client results. That kind of stuff. So in terms of keeping it length, short, punchy, long, mix it up. Do a variety. Don't just do one type. Don't just do short little 1-word tweets. Try those. Don't just do short little 2-line captions on Instagram with a thing. Do those, but mix it up. Do long form, do short form. Do text, do images, do video, do short form video, do long form video. Do all those kinds of types of like actual social media stuff, and you're going to crush it. You're going to crush it. So I'll just repeat that again. Just straight up give value. Here's the step-by-step. Here's the answers you're looking for. Here's the exact how-to actually get the result you're looking for. Like how-to, practical value, free value stuff. Second thing is show off personal posts. Your life, your beliefs, you doing things. And if you can incorporate step-by-steps into here's how I did X, Y, Z and how you can too, that's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And the third thing is just case studies, proof of results, authority. Here's people I've helped. Here's somebody who is struggling with this and I help them. Case study, case study, case study. Okay. Nadi asks how to choose a good niche. I've tend to high in e-commerce supplement brands. What do you recommend? You can pick any niche. Like, the best niche for you isn't going to be the best niche for somebody else. If you aren't sure where to start, go look at what you already buy. What are the things you buy? The easiest copy to write, if you want to pick a niche, like if you just want like, what's the easiest niche to go after? Go after yourself. Just write to yourself. What are the things you buy? Like, what do I buy? What are the things I buy? Okay, well, maybe I could write the copy for this brand because I know I am their audience. I know the audience inside out because it's me. Whatever the things you are that you buy, whatever products, whatever services, all those things, you are the target audience. So the easiest person to write to is yourself. If you're not sure, just start there and literally just go start outreaching to the brands you already buy from. Like, even if this is like your barber down the street who cuts your hair, dude, you're his customer. Like, this guy's not going to reject you if you start saying, hey, how's business going? Hey, by the way, who does your marketing? Like, you're the audience. Start there. And if you're not sure and you're like, I don't know, I don't want to go after people who I buy from. Okay, fine by me. Go after your interests and go after your advantages. Just go after the things you like talking about, reading about, learning about. What do you do? What are your hobbies? The things you actually enjoy talking about. What do you teach people about all day? What could you talk about all day? Go start there as a niche. And if you still aren't sure, go after the things you already have an unfair advantage in. Like, okay, here's one. I grew up skateboarding between the ages of 8 and 20. I was super into skateboarding. Now, am I super into it right now? No, not really. Like, I'm 32 and I don't want to break my body for the rest of my life anymore. But it's still fun. Now, is it my super biggest passion in life? No. Could I go write copy for skateboard brands right now? Absolutely. Would I crush it? Absolutely. Why is that? Because I know a lot about it. I know what a 360 flip is. I know what a blunt slide is. You know what I mean? I know what a half cab is. I know how to speak the lingo. I know what kind of things they want. I know what kinds of things they're after, and I know what kind of products they need. I could go crush it with skateboarding. So look at that. What's your unfair advantage? What are your interests? And if you're like, I have no interests, I'm a robot, I don't care about anything, I have no advantages, I have no skills, I have nothing, I don't buy anything. Okay, then I will just tell you what to go into. Pick anything within health and wellness, money, or relationships. And there will always be demand. There will always be a need because they're the three biggest needs as a human: to live longer, to live happy, to make money and survive, and to have community and loved ones to experience life with. So if you aren't sure, just pick anything in those three. Deep T asks, okay, hey, how do you get the first client making people trust you? I messaged you to collaborate, but you didn't reply. Sorry, I didn't see your message to collaborate. I have so many messages on LinkedIn specifically right now that I just literally don't have time to respond to. So if anyone is good at DM management, here, go pitch me. I had a post that went semi-viral on LinkedIn and like thousands of people DM me. So I sorry if I didn't see your message. But how do you get the first client to make people trust? I think what you're asking is, how do you get people to trust you to land a first client? It's simple. Go use social media. Don't do cold email. Social media means that if you outreach to somebody, they can quickly see a little bit about you, that you're a real person, by clicking your profile. So just use social media outreach, not cold email. And when you do social media, put a professional headshot in there. Yours, I can see actually through your chat bubble, it looks pretty good, but put your face closer to the camera. You're too far back like this. People want to see you up front and center and smiling. So your headshot, I can see literally on the chat bubble. It looks pretty decent, but put your face closer and smile up front. Show trust on there. Get verified. Pay for the verification if you're on Instagram. I know you're on LinkedIn here, you're messaging me, but go on Instagram, get the verification. Go get some followers. You don't need a lot, just like 50 to 100, just to show some form of social proof. How do you get people to trust you? Make sure there's something there that they can see when you go outreach to them. And it's not just like a blank social media page that's like, is this person a scammer? Like if you don't have any posts there, you're a scammer. If you don't have like any followers, you're a scammer. This is what goes through clients' heads. So you don't need thousands of followers, just get 50 to 100. You don't need thousands of posts. You don't need to engage all day long on social media, but just have some posts there so they can see it. Make those posts about copywriting tips. And once you have any case study, testimonial, proof, whatever, throw it up there. If you want to go ask your best friends, your neighbors, people you already know, who already know, like, and trust you, to give you a character testimonial, go get one and throw it into a story highlight reel. Hey, Deep T is amazing. She's hardworking. I highly recommend her for your copywriting services. This isn't lying. I'm not telling you to lie, and do not lie and make fake testimonials and case studies up. Never do that. But what you can do is ask your friends, family, coworkers, people you know in your network, just to leave you a character testimonial as a starting point of social proof to present to a potential client. Just get people to leave you a character testimonial. If you're not sure what that is, look it up and ask for that, and then put that on your social media. Then do that, and then once you go approach people and go outreach to them, follow them, like them, comment on their posts, DM them. All this stuff just starts to slowly stack up a little bit of trust and proof. Trust and proof, trust and proof. And then when you go approach them, don't just make an ask. Don't show up empty-handed. Give something to them. Showcase your expertise by giving them tips in the DMs about how to improve their copywriting. Make it actually good advice. Then write them a free sample of copy. There you go. That's how to make people trust you and generate proof so you land your first client and your second and your third and however many you want. David. Hi, I'm David. What's up, David? How is niching down to copywriting case studies for energy companies How is niching down to copywriting case studies for energy companies as an energy expert? Is it a good niche to go about it? So you're talking about, is it a good idea to niche down to writing case studies for energy companies? Yeah, I mean, that's super specific, but I think that could definitely work. If you are an energy expert, yeah, 100%. Like, you're going to have an advantage going after energy companies. Any kind of background, like if you guys have a degree in something, if you have a work background in one area, like, you have an immediate advantage when you go talk to people in the DMs. You want to build trust, Tell people you actually understand their business model inside and out because you've been doing it for years. Like that's one of the easiest ways to start with a niche. So yes, David, go after energy companies if you have experience. You're going to stand out more than 100 other people in the DMs. You're going to be the top 1% just because you have the experience. Now, should you write case studies? That's up to you. Yeah, if they are looking for case studies, what I found is a lot of companies typically don't just hire a case study copywriter. Like usually they're going to want a couple things, not just case studies, probably case studies in content or case studies and emails and stuff like that. It's kind of just like, because a case study can be posted as a blog post, an email, a long form post on social media, and an ad, or put it in within a sales page. So I would more so, instead of like looking at writing a case study, try to think about looking at like being an email copywriter or an ad copywriter or a sales page copywriter who also can write case studies within any of those formats. Okay, Rob asks, oh, where'd it go? Okay, hey Brandon, what's your thought on charging on performance-based results to start with, just to landscape first goal, clients get approved? Yeah, 100%. If you want to go after and just do 10% deals and stuff like that to land your first few clients, be my guest. I personally have rarely ever worked on like straight commission basis, percentage revenue share as a copywriter, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. What I'll say is this: I usually recommend to guys, and this is what I've done. I've usually recommended to guys, go for the money right out of the gate. Present 3 offers. Let's just say you're an email copywriter and you want to present a package. Okay, package 1, a 1 weekly email, so 4 emails a month for $1,000. Package 2, 8 emails a month for $2,000. Package 3, we're going to write 2 emails a week, and I'm going to write you a new email automation a month for $3,000 or $4,000. Like, I'm just making up numbers here, but just rough guidelines. And push for the money. Just push for it first and see what happens. What I'll say is this: if you want to have revenue share as a fallback, be my guest. If you want to go straight for revenue share, sure, like that could work too. I would say like it is definitely lower risk for the business owner to do a revenue share deal, but it's also harder to track. And some of them might be annoyed by like, oh, like I have to look at how much exact revenue you generate and like do the math and change the amount every time. I usually just work on retainers with people. Okay, I'm going to do your stuff for $5,000 a month. Okay, I'm going to do your stuff for $3,000 a month. Okay, I've made as much as, I'm going to do your stuff for $8,300 a month. And we just keep it at that. And if it's a bad deal after a month or two for either one of us, you can always renegotiate. But if you just strictly want to go 10% rev share, 10% rev share, go after it. It's lower risk, and it could be a good fallback if you want to go for the money first, but they're like, I don't know about investing $2,000 a month. Like, then say, hey, no worries, I totally understand. And you could try to maybe negotiate down. Maybe your lowest you'd want to offer is like $1,500 for the same thing. And they say, yeah, it's still just like risky, and I don't know if it's actually going to work out. Okay, no worries. How about this? We'll just do on commission. I'll do 10% based on any revenue I generate. There's no risk for you. You don't have to pay any money up front. And any money I do generate for you, I just take a cut of the earnings. That is lower risk. It's easier probably to get your foot in the door that way. I just prefer to like still go for money up front if you can. Okay, so Ilyas. Hi, Brandon. Please, what's your exact Loom video framework for cold outreach? Also, should I focus on only IGDMs or combine with cold email? Would love any script or structure you recommend. Great question. Forget cold email. Just don't even worry about it. It's so much harder to build trust especially when you have no proof of results, no case studies, no portfolio, nothing. You're starting from scratch. What would you do if someone cold emails you? I'll tell you what I do. When 99% of people who cold email me, and I get cold emails every day from people pitching me being a DM setter, being my closer. I don't do sales calls, by the way. So anybody tries to pitch me that, I just don't care. I don't do it. Video, editing, thumbnails, different stuff. I get emails every day. I get DMs every day. People are pitching me nonstop. So I'm always analyzing what I do naturally. Like I try not to think about it like, oh, what should I do? I just do things. People email me 99% of the time. I just click archive or delete it. I just don't have time to even like go into it. However, when someone DMs me for some reason, I tend to look at the message more often than not. And I usually tend to click on their profile more often than not, even if I'm not even like that interested. Why is that? I don't know. It's just social media. It's easier just to be like, who is this person? I see you're a human more in social media DMs than when someone cold emails me. I'm more, my defenses of like, I think this person's scamming me is more on cold emails than through social media. So take that and apply that to social media. Forget cold email. Only use cold email as a last resort if you need to follow up with somebody and you're still not going through and you really want to land them. And then in terms of doing a Loom video framework, you don't have to do a Loom video if you don't want. It would definitely build more trust. The framework is, whether you use a Loom video or you just DM them, go to the business, look at their copy, look at their website, click the link in bio, go to their website, go to their emails, whatever your copy specialty is, and go look at all the things you would do to improve it. Go write down everything you can think of. Fix your headline, change their call to action, add more social proof. There's not enough white space in between. You have big chunks of text. This is very confusing. You got, you're talking features, but there's no benefits. Whatever you want to talk about, like, gives very specific tips. Write them down in an audit. Fix this, fix this, fix this, fix this, and you'll get more conversions, Mr. Business Owner. And then if you want to take it to the next level, below the tips you give them, write them a brand new piece of copy for the business that you just made, that you just wrote from scratch for them. There is no better proof you could give than to do this for a business when you have no proof, when you're brand new. This is exactly what I would do if I was starting from scratch today, brand new copywriter. I have 0 clients all over again, starting from scratch. I got no money, no clients, and I got to go land a client right now as a beginner, starting from scratch. I'm telling you right now, the first thing I do actually is not even going online. I'd be going to my neighbor. I'd be going to my friends, my family, my coworkers, local businesses down the street, because you're going to land a client within 24 hours if you go to people who already know, like, and trust you. It's that easy. Even if it's outside of my wonderful chosen specialty and niche, you're going to land a client way faster offline than online. Why? Because you build way more trust quicker. It's trust and proof. Those are the only things that matter to land clients. Trust and proof. When you're brand new, you have 0 proof. So lean on the trust you already have. People who already know, like, and trust you, and go after their business. Who do you know who has a business right now who's local? Look in your contact list in your phone, open your phone up, go through it. Who has a business? Okay, there's your first people you're going to outreach to. Why? Because they have lots of trust here. Your trust lever is the highest. You don't have proof, doesn't matter. You have this. Once you go online, you have no trust and you have no proof. So what do? You quickly warm people up in the DMs. You use social media, not cold outreach. You do that, like, comment, follow. You fix your social media profile. You go outreach with value. And when you outreach, you showcase proof. Proof of expertise through tips. Proof of expertise through a custom copy sample designated right for their business. And you don't have a lot of this, but you have enough that you can pull on for both to tip people over the edge. And once you get a case study, your proof goes through this way, and you get another case study, and your proof just starts to overflow. So even if you don't have much trust yet, you just start landing clients like this. Boom, 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 boom. So back to the question. Loom video framework, exactly what I just said. Go into a Google Doc, go write down a bunch of tips for the business that are personalized to them. Go write a new piece of copy that's personalized to them. And if you want to do a Loom video, just walk through that Google Doc you just wrote and explain it and send that off to them. And you're going to land your first client. Performance-based, I think we already talked about that one. Okay, all of my experience is in freight, brokerage, trucking. It's basically B2B sales. How many rely on cold calling? How do I sell them on email marketing? Okay, I don't know your industry, but if you're telling me they just do cold calling, so I'll say this. If you're gonna go into a business, like, every business on earth needs email marketing. I don't care who you are, what you do. Like, email marketing is just talking to your audience through a different channel. And it's just the easiest way to talk to them because there's no algorithm in the way and you don't have to pay to play like paid ads. So every business needs email no matter what. If these guys do cold calling, like, if they start getting leads, like, get these people, get any contact information you can as the email marketer. If these guys start getting interested and they give any bits of information, go follow up with them through email. That's just the first step. But no matter what, any business I go into first and look at their copy, one of the key questions you need to ask, this is really important. When you land a client, or you're about to land a client and you're in the discovery phase, one of the key questions to ask is, how do you get the most business right now? What is the primary source of acquisition? How do people who pay you money first find you? Do they call you? Do they walk into your retail business? Do they DM you on social media? Do they go to Google and find you there? Do they click on an ad? Are they getting referrals locally? Are they getting cold called by people? I always want to first ask, how are you getting the most business right now? Because step one as a copywriter is to maximize that channel as best as we can. And if we can amplify that. So if these guys are doing cold calling, like, where's the role for you as the copywriter? It's like, I don't know, maybe fixing their cold call script. Like, if they're getting 90% of their business from cold calling, maybe we're not going to break it and turn it off, but maybe you come in as a copywriter and like make them a better cold calling script. Write them a script that gets more sales. And from there, like, figure out how to capture any email addresses to market to them. One thing with the freight brokerage, trucking, and B2B sales is like, okay, like, how do we get fit email into acquiring customers? Maybe that's a harder thing to figure out. But what about the guys these guys already have as clients? For the freight brokerage and trucking B2B sales, do they already have clients and a customer list with email addresses? Because if so, sell them again. Your job as an email marketer isn't just to acquire new customers and clients for business owners. Part of your job is retention and retaining them. So as an email marketer, a lot of these offline businesses and like non-digital economy businesses and online businesses, like a lot of these offline OG businesses, like boring businesses that you're talking about, a lot of these guys, they don't usually leverage email marketing a whole lot to acquire customers. It's not a huge part of their strategy, but a lot of them could really, really benefit. Usually stage one is like using email to retain their customers. So these guys, I'm sure you could implement email marketing to go like just nurture their current customers, get reviews, get testimonials, get case studies, ask for referrals, ask them for more business. The customers who are already giving the business, go write those emails for them. So those are just a couple ideas for you for that kind of thing. Giorgio, been copywriting for a year, going through your course right now. Incredible stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Giorgio. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like my course. If you're like a new copywriter, you want to learn how to write copy, you are not making $1,000 a month yet as a copywriter, go get my course. It's literally the cheapest copywriting course I can find on the internet. It's $22. You can find it probably in my description below or in my link in bio. Depending on where you're watching this, just go to my link in bio. There's my course. If you're not sure, if you need a step-by-step, if you're confused at how do I learn copywriting, how do I get step one to landing clients, by the way, get good at writing copy. Because if you aren't, you're not gonna be able to land clients and make money. So my intro to copywriting course, the 30-day copywriter, is $20. $22. That's it. This is the price of a popcorn at a movie theater. Go to the movies, get a bag of popcorn. There's the price of the course. 2 large pizzas. There's the price of the course. This is peanuts. If you want to learn how to write copy, get the $20 course. I also have another course, the 6-figure copywriter, which teaches you everything: writing copy, landing clients, managing those clients, and scaling to 6 figures. That one you can just DM me about as well. But go get it. If you're not sure, you want some help, go get the course. Next question. It makes more sense to learn and apply the skill set on my own business ideas. Usually the conversation is starting an agency. Any thoughts on learning copy versus outsourcing? It makes more sense to learn and apply the skill to my own bit. If somebody wants to take copywriting and like start your own business, so hire yourself as a copywriter to start a business from scratch, that is one of the worst ways to make money with copywriting. Don't try to outsource copywriting if you don't know how to write copy yet. If you've never landed a client with copywriting, don't try to hire copywriters and start an agency. If you haven't made money with copywriting yet, and you want to try to build your own audience and personal brand and apply copywriting to that, you're not going to make money. And if you do make money, it's going to be a really, really long time. People always ask, like, well, I kind of want to just build my own audience and my own social media and start my own newsletter. And like, I'll just apply my copywriting stuff to my own stuff and make my own offers. It's like, most people I've met 99% who said that and tried to take that path, 1 year later, you know how much money they're making? Zero. What's easier, building a rocket ship and getting it to fly, or just finding some fuel and bringing it to a rocket ship that's already working and making it fly faster and fly further? Just think about it. If you want to start making money and you're like, this is your first online business idea, you're like, I want to make money for my laptop. How do I travel the world, make more money, be my own boss, things? It is 10 times easier to not build your own product-based business first, but instead start a service business where you just go to other people's businesses who's already a healthy business and making lots of money, and you just go and optimize it and make it more money. Just take what's already working, leverage, right? Business is all about leverage. Go look at something that's already working and bringing in money and optimize it to make it more money. These guys don't write great copy. Oh my goodness. The moment I come in and start writing even half decent copy, boom, there's free money. Just remember, if you want to build a rocket ship and figure that out on your own, good luck. Maybe you're going to make money eventually. But if you want the easy path, go find someone else's rocket ship and just bring fuel and make it fly further and faster. And you're going to make money quickly, way faster. Sibo Deep says, would you like to review my portfolio website, Full Stack Funnel Copywriter? And I made my portfolio likewise. Yeah, I just talked about how I give copy feedback as part of my one-on-one coaching. It's what people pay me thousands of dollars for. But I may be doing a live stream in the next few days if you guys are interested, where I'll just like rapid fire, like review some people's copy live and just break it down for you guys. So if that's something you're interested in, maybe just stay tuned for the next live stream. Giorgio, not gonna lie, I've been blackballed with the whole AI debacle. Just read about I will never hire a copywriter again. Are we cooked? No, you're not cooked. AI, guys, AI is a technology. AI is a technology. And this was the same exact conversations were happening when the internet was being born. Before the internet, believe it or not, that was a real time where there was no internet. There was no smartphones in people's hands all day long. Before the internet, there were copywriters making lots and lots of money. And what were they doing? Writing on typewriters, writing ads by hand, and selling them to local newspapers and magazines. And if they were really fancy, big billboards and commercials and stuff like that, and brochures. Now, what happened to these copywriters after the internet came on the scene? Did they get wiped out by the internet because the internet just took away all their jobs? No. What happened was those guys kept making money. And the copywriters who were those guys who also learned how to leverage the internet to write faster, to use a keyboard, to type in a word processor, to write, instead of writing to 5,000 people in a local newspaper, their ad could be shown to 5 million people online. Those guys just made more money. So instead of just staying stuck in the past with the old technologies and the old tools as a copywriter, like the guys who also learned the internet and got tech savvy and were copywriters and learned consumer psychology at the same time. So they learned consumer psychology and how to write and also how this internet thing works. Those guys made the most money. The OG copywriters still existed. They still made good money. In fact, they still make money. But the guys who leveraged the internet made a lot more. It's the same thing that's happening today. AI is here. It's not wiping copywriters out. What's happening is the people who learn consumer psychology and how to write copy and sell, and also start learning AI, they're going to make the most money. It's leverage. How do you get more done in less time? How do you get the same amount of work but provide 10 times more results? This is where AI comes in. And as a copywriter, you should be ecstatic about AI because it's going to make your job easier. So the whole AI, people who say, I'm going to never hire a copywriter again, my AI, it's like anybody who wants to make money, they're going to be open to testing things. And so there's a lot of business owners who are trying AI copy right now, but it sucks. It sucks when they try to create it out on their own. They don't know what they're doing because they don't know what good copy looks like, a lot of these business owners. So they just click the button and 50 emojis and M dashes come out and they think, sweet, it's getting some results. I'm never hiring a copywriter again. But anybody who's a good copywriter is going to come in, take the copy they have and get better results for them. The question at the end of the day just comes down to the business owner. Do you want to make more money or do you want to make less money? Because if you think what you have is working, that's fine, keep it. But if you want to actually make real money, okay, test your AI copy against my copy and we'll see which one wins. Smart business owners will do that, will have that conversation. So that's how you handle objections if you do encounter a business owner who brings up the objection of like, well, what about AI now? I don't need you, whatever. Be like, okay, let's test my copy against yours and see what happens. And if you've been practicing copy and learning and writing, you're going to do better and get better results, which means you're getting paid. Hey, Brad, what do you think about fitness niche compared to info products? Those fitness could be info products. So those are two. An info product is a business model. Info products, business model. E-commerce, business model. Offline business, business model. Software as a service, business model. Fitness could be any one of those business models. So those are two different things you're talking about. Fitness is the actual industry and the thing that you're selling, who you're selling to. Info products is just a type of business. So you could have fitness coaches selling coaching. That's info. Fitness coaches selling courses, community, events. That's info. Selling books. That's info. You could have a fitness company selling an app. That's a completely different model. So you're asking, those are two different things you're talking about. So next one. Don't worry about promoting yourself on social media. All you need to do is just make sure you have social media, your profile set up with a headshot, blue check mark, 50 to 100 followers, a bio that says you write copy, a couple tips in your posts before you outreach through social media. You don't need to worry about publishing content all day long and engaging all day long with random people and trying to get inbound leads and build a personal brand. Forget it. The easiest thing is just make sure you have something on your social media profile that says you're a copywriter and there's proof of that. And once that's there, just go pitch people in the DMs and you're good. Okay, we got some more questions here. How much can I price a bundle of Canva frames if you know them with the MRR rights about 200 awesome Canva frames? I don't really know what you're asking. How could you price a bundle of Canva frames? Are you talking about selling a digital product? Because I have no idea. And that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to teach freelance copywriting. So how to get started as a freelance copywriter, how to write better copy, how to land your first client, how to scale from one client to several, and how to take several clients and scale to working just a few hours a day, making 6 figures per year. So if you want to know about freelance copywriting and how to make 10K a month as a copywriter, I'll answer those questions. But no, I'm sorry, but no idea what you're talking about here. Neutrino, any tip on how to lock in and work? I don't know why, but the past 5-7 days, I'm so lost and distracted, even though I've worked with clients in the past, have testimonials, proofs. Yeah, if you are getting distracted, eliminate your distractions. Eliminate your distractions. That's it. I just heard recently from, I think it was Alex Hormozy, and I'm paraphrasing, but the actual word, I think it's the Greek or the Latin for the word decision, literally means to cut out distractions or something. So if you want to make a good decision, you need to cut out all the other options. So if you are having trouble staying focused and locking in and working, get rid of everything that's distracting you. Let me ask you this. What are you doing if you're not working? What are you doing if you're not building your freelance copywriting career? What are you doing in your free time and your downtime if you're not building your business? And don't get me wrong, if you have a 9-to-5, go keep working your 9-to-5 and build this on the side. If you're in university, you have to be in there for whatever reason, sure, just keep doing that and build this on the side. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what are you being distracted by in the time that you know you could be building your business? And whatever those distractions are, eliminate. If it's Netflix, okay, great. Delete Netflix, log out, don't open it on your internet again. Delete the app from your phone or your tablet or your computer or whatever. Delete it. If it's video games, delete the app off your phone, delete the video game, give your console away, sell it, lock it away in storage. Is it your phone and you keep getting distracted by TikTok and even YouTube and LinkedIn, whatever, content like this, where you think that building the business is just consuming content all day long? It's good. This is here. I'm teaching you right now, but I'm a failure if I teach you the guys this stuff right now and you just go and twiddle your thumbs and go on scroll on TikTok and play video games after this. The best thing you could do is after this, go apply what I say immediately, and you're going to build your business up and actually get the dream life you're looking for. If you actually want to make 5,000, 10,000 plus per month, if you actually want to be able to not have to go to a boring 9 to 5 you hate, if you actually don't want to be in poverty or being broke anymore, if you're male, want to attract a nice wife one day who actually like is amazing, go figure out how to provide. Like, you got to ask yourself too, after you've eliminated all these distractions, if it's bad friends, people who are demotivating you, get away. If it's being at home and it's a chaotic environment, get out if you can. Go to a coffee shop and work. Like, whatever you have to do, if you got to throw your phone like out of the room while you write copy and build your business, go do it. Whatever you need to do to eliminate distractions, do that. And then start writing down your goals. Today, from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., I'm going to go read boron letters. From 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., I'm going to do a power rating session. From 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., I'm going to go practice email copy for fitness coaches and look at my swipe file. From 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., I'm going to go I'm going to go send DMs to 20 prospects. And from 12 to 1, I'm going to have a short nap, lunch, and at 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., I'm going to go write a sniper bomb, free audit, and sample to 2 people. And at the end of that, great. I'm going to go listen to audiobooks, go for a walk, and go like mastermind and go binge my favorite or Alex Hormozy or YouTube or Brandon Story copywriting YouTube videos or whatever, and do that time to chill and whatever. But like, write down your plan, write down your game plan, and then do it at the time you set it. Go give yourself a bedtime. You're staying up too late and you're demotivated, stop. Are you taking substances, drinking alcohol, smoking weed all the time? Stop. All these things are going to be distractions. You have bad friends who aren't motivating? Get away from the losers. Stop talking to them. Stop hanging out with them. You want to not be distracted? Get rid of the distractions. And if you want to lock in, go figure out why you're doing this. Have a stronger why, and you're going to lock in. And if you still are like, I'm still lost and so confused, and I just don't even know where to start. Should I go outreach? Should I go pitch? Should I go practice copy? There's so many things to do. I don't know what to do. Then go buy my course. $22, 30-day copywriter. Get it at my link in bio, wherever you're watching this from. I literally just tell you what to do step by step for 30 days. Day 1, watch this video on my course. Do this assignment. Do this next thing. And check off this box. You literally check off a checky box, which feels really nice to do. And then you're done for the day, all in 1 to 2 hours. Day 2, watch this video. Do this assignment. Watch this video. Do this thing. You're done for the day. Check. If you just need someone to tell you, just do this exact thing and follow this, go get the course. It's the cheapest copywriting course on earth, 365-day money-back guarantee. No other copywriting course on earth has that. So that's one thing I can say that nobody else can say, which is what you want to say in your copy when you're writing for clients. So next question, what are some profitable niches that are good for beginners? There are endless profitable niches. If you aren't sure where to start, and I talked about this earlier, what are you already interested in? What do you like? What is something that you enjoy talking about, reading about, watching videos on? Hobbies that you'd like doing today? Start there. If you aren't sure, where do you have an advantage? What's your degree in? What kind of hobbies have you had in your life? What kind of work experience do you have? What do people look at you as an expert in already? Even if you're just a little bit of an expert in it compared to somebody else. What do people ask you questions about in your area of life? Is it a fitness? Is it dancing? Is it playing sports? Is it like you're a math genius? Are you smart about video games? You know, all that stuff. Like, what is that thing you're already good at? And if you still aren't sure and you have no idea, just pick one of these 3 things: health and wellness, money, or relationships, because those are the 3 biggest human needs, which are the most profitable overall. There's the most money in that order too. Health and fitness, health and wellness, anything in that. Then money, budgeting, investing, saving, business opportunity, learning how to write copy, all that stuff. And then there's relationships, marriage counseling, how to find a date, all those things in that order. Money, the most money is in here because they serve a need most of the time, not a want. Okay. Hey, Brian, you've been writing copy for years, but why didn't you want to scale? This is a good question. And nobody's ever asked me this, surprisingly, to like 70 to 100K per month. I've heard that you can get to those numbers with copywriting like Dakota Robertson. This is a great question. And I've never actually had anybody ask me this. And it's pretty surprising. So just for context, I make 10K a month on average, sometimes more. um, for the past few years. So that's where I'm at as a copywriter, and I'm a freelance copywriter. I'm not an in-house copywriter who works as an employee. I'm not an agency, and I haven't scaled a big business with other copywriters. It's just me. And so people ask, this is a good question. Why don't I just scale past 10K plus? I made as much as almost $16,000 a month. So $15,800 was my best month. I'm not a millionaire copywriter. I'll just say that. And you don't have to be a millionaire copywriter either to get your dream life. Do you want to know why I didn't keep pushing past to 30K, 50K, 60K, 100K as a copywriter? I don't care. I just don't care. Everything that I wanted from copywriting, I got at 10K a month. And obviously some months I make some more, which is great. I'm not going to say no to money. But why didn't I keep pressing? Why didn't I keep going to build an agency and hire other copywriters and build some 50 to 100K a month agency, which, by the way, 99% of people who are in that range, which is very few, you are rarely ever going to find a copywriter making 50K a month plus. Like, that is like, you can make that money as a freelancer, but it's super rare. But the people who you can make 10K a month, and tons of people are doing it. But getting to like the 50 to 100K a month as a copywriter, that's next level. This is like the very, very small percentage. And most people who have done that, they're building an agency first to get there. They've had to hire most of the time. 99% of people who are doing that have built an agency first. So why didn't I want to do that? Because I don't want an agency. I don't want to delegate to 5 other copywriters and like build some business that makes me work 12 to 16-hour days. Like, I did my time early on and build this thing up and grind it in my first year or two. And I got to that 10K month mark and beyond. And for me, I got everything I wanted. And what mattered more to me than just like making that extra 10 to 20 a month and like pushing and maximizing is I just wanted more freedom. Like, if this is you and you want to make 100K a month, 50 to 100K a month as a copywriter, like, be my guest. Go get really good as a freelancer, then go build an agency. That's your best shot of doing it with copywriting. Go get good as a freelance copywriter, go hit 10K plus a month, and then go delegate and make an agency, hire other copywriters, and build that business up and scale it. And that's your best odds of hitting that 30, 40, 50 plus K per month mark. Mind you, you're going to be giving a lot of your profit margins are going to be 50K a month if you're making 50K a month because you're hiring other copywriters. But that's your best odds of doing that. For me, I just wanted more freedom. Like, I already had the goal in mind. Once I hit in the 6-figure range, like, and that's enough money, there's my whole salary before that my previous job was and more, and my wife's. And we don't need to make any, like, that covers it. It covers our expenses. It covers mine and my wife's income. She can quit her job. It covers providing for my wife and my 2 girls and any other kids we choose to have in the future. And as we grow our family, it covers all my goals to provide for my family and lets me like go eat out whenever I want and not have to worry about it. Go buy groceries whenever I want and not have to worry about money. Go to the world whenever I want and go in Thailand. We're going next month just for a month or whatever, just because we can. And we can afford anything anywhere. Now, am I flying first class every flight and going on private jets? No. Do I care? No. But do I get to have more free time than I've ever had working a 9 to 5? Yeah. Do I get to go wake up whenever I want? And like, if I choose to take a random Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or whatever and be like, you know what? I'm just going to go hang out with my 2-year-old and 4-year-old daughter and take them to the playground for the day. I can just do that. If I tomorrow decided, you know what, we're going to go to Italy early and we're just going to go tomorrow, I could just do that. So why didn't I scale? I didn't care to push through another growth phase to go hit 50 to 100K a month, to endure those 8 to 12-hour days and beyond, which getting to, 6K a year, 6 figures per year as a copywriter, that's a task in itself. And I'm not going to say it's easy, but then taking that and like going through another phase where you're going to push through as an agency to hit 30, 40, 50, 100K a month, you're going to be working 12-hour days for a long period of time. And it's going to be stressful. And even when you are through the like grow like this. I don't see the stress hitting an all-time low, like once you enter that. And I just didn't care to do that. So made more money and got all the free time I wanted. I intentionally was like, once I hit here, I'm scaling back. That was my plan. Hit 6 figures a year and then scale back my time. Buy back my time. Just start renegotiating, charging more for my services as I built more proof, as I built my business up. It just got easier to make more money in less time, where it's like, do I need to take on this other project or other client? It's like, or like, should we just go hang out and play with like as a family and go have fun? And for me, I chose that. But okay, so next question. I think we're gonna end pretty soon because I gotta go eat some lunch. Okay, somebody asks, I'm also a funnel builder for brands. I'm in automation too, but landing the first client is always the hardest thing to crack. And currently, this is the only thing that bothers me. What to do? Yeah, I talked about this earlier a couple of times. If you want to land your first client as a copywriter, it's very simple. Forget doing cold email. Forget doing automation tools that spam out outreaches. Forget trying to like cold pitch people right away. Instead, go on social media, set up your profile, go target one niche as a business, go after one niche. We'll just say fitness coaches or real estate agents or whatever. Go target them with one type of copy. And when you go find those guys online, go like warm them up a little bit, engage with them a little bit by clicking follow, like a post, comment on one of their posts, and DM them to start a conversation. The moment these guys DM you back, your message is now out of message request. So if you do pitch them, they're actually going to see it. At that point in time, don't just pitch them and ask for something. Go provide free value up front. Hey man, I just looked at all your website and your copy and all these things and your whole funnel. And I saw a bunch of different ways you can improve conversions. On your ads, do these. On your sales page, do these. In your emails, do these. Boom, 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 boom. Implement all these changes. You're going to get a lot more conversions and more revenue from your current funnel. By the way, I actually wrote you your first ad for free, or I wrote you a landing page, or I optimized one of your emails if you're doing the full funnel. Let me know what you think. Don't even ask for anything. Just give this up front. You do that one time per day for an hour or two a day for one person per day. With my system, my students are landing a paid client as beginners within 30 outreaches on average. So you do one per day for 30 days, you're getting a client. Like pretty good odds it's going to work for you. That's how you're going to land your first client. And once you have a case study from one of those first clients you land, then when you go do this again, go drop another sniper bomb, free audit and sample, and drop the case study off at the same time once you have it. And you're going to land clients even faster than 30. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap things up here. I'm like tired. I'm ready for my afternoon nap. Oh, here's another reason I didn't want to do agency. I like having an afternoon nap. Halfway through the day, 25, 30 minutes, power nap. This is what I do. I work in the morning, do my thing, and chill and end the day. Or if I want to keep going and keep working, it's my choice. I'll do a quick power nap around like lunchtime, like 12 to 1 p.m. and eat lunch, usually with my girls and my wife and my two girls. And then they all go down for a nap for a longer one, the girls. And then I'll be like, all right, I'll join the nap too. And I'll just do like a quick 25, 30 minute. It's so good for your brain. It's so good for your productivity. You wake up super refreshed. You can think clearer. I get why people have siestas in Europe and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate your feedback. It means a lot. That's awesome. Okay. Great, guys. Thank you guys for your questions. I think this is the first time we've actually answered all your questions. But if you guys have any other questions, just DM me on whatever platform you're on, or email me, brandon@storycopywriting.com. If you want more help, if you want to move the quickest, go get my course. It's $22. It's the easiest copywriting course on earth. I literally tell you every day what to work on. Boom, 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 boom. I have a 365-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it, 1 year from now, you can say, Brandon, this course sucks. It's the worst copywriting course on earth. Give me my money back. And I'll say, no problem. It's already been refunded. But you know what? Just go for it. It's the same price as, buying a dozen wings and a medium pizza from Domino's. Okay, last question, and then I'm going to head out. Hey, Brandon, do you think business owners are highly resistant to online pitches? How do you actually slide a prospect from comments into IG DMs? Yeah, I think people are getting, there's like a fly buzzing around. I think people are getting slightly more resistant to online pitches the way people have been pitching them. You want to know why? It's because it's not fun to get the same DM 5 times a day because somebody used the same stupid cold DM script and they're using the same automation tools and you're hearing the same things over and over again that's non-personalized from 100 people a week. People are getting annoyed by that. Hence why this stuff doesn't work anymore, what other people teach. What I'm teaching completely goes against that. It gets around that. And so I teach you how to get over the resistance to pitching people online. How? Forget cold email. Just don't even bother. Go through social media. There's more trust and proof quickly. People will like you more because they can see your face and your profile on social media. And when you go do pitch them, don't just pitch them right away. Warm them up first. Go follow them. Show you actually have some level of interest in their business. Like their post. Comment on that post. How do you actually slide a prospect from comments into the DMs? If you want, just copy paste your comment and put it in the DM. Like, it's very simple. Go give them a compliment. Say you really like this content because of XYZ. Make it genuine. And if you want to take that into DMs, maybe it's a fitness coach who's doing hammer curls. Hey, I love this video on hammer curls. Like, I've never tried this second one before, but like, I'm going to try this next time. DM, same exact thing, and then ask a question. Hey, how long have you been coaching for? There you go. That's how you slide into the DMs. That's how you land your first client. Go provide free value. Go do it. Go prove you are worth thousands of dollars a month to strangers. Go prove that you're the kind of person who can help grow someone's business. Remember, people and business owners don't want to hire copywriters. They want more money and they want more time and they want less stress. So you presenting your services as a copywriter, that's the thing they want. Focus on that in the DMs. Focus on that when you're outreaching to them and provide free value up front. And if you do this stuff every day, you're going to get your first client and you're going to build your business up to 6 figures per year. Thank you guys so much for having me on. This has been super fun. And any other questions, just hit me up in the DMs and we'll see you next time.